I've been doing a short inductive Akkadian grammar, and it's been a while since I have worked on it, and we're working in the Prologue of Hammaurabi, looking at each word grammatically. I've been away from it because I have been working on other things, Hebrew grammar and different meditations in my study. What I'd like to do is pick up where I left off in working through the prologue of Hammurabi's law code, and where I'm at basically is in line, I believe it's line 52. But let me just catch up to where we are, and I'm going to quote a translation from the ancient Near Eastern text by Meeks, just to sort of give it a flow. I've already done my own translation and normalization. I've used Borger in terms of transliteration of the cuneiform. So I'm just trying to continue to slowly plow through it. And I'm at line 52, I believe, beginning in line 52. What I'd like to do, though, is just sort of catch us up. And if anyone wants to follow along in the transliteration, I would encourage one to go to the online. I'm sure there are many sources, but Cuneiform Parallels to the Old Testament by Rogers is an older work published in 1912, and it's in the public domain, and one can find the Akkadian transliteration there for anyone that would be interested. Someday I need to find someone to type the transliteration for me and the normalization, but I have not done this for the prologue, so I'm just slowly working my way through. So let me just go back to line 49 in part 1, where we have already done this, but Hammurabi the shepherd, called by Enlil Mi, he writes, the one who makes affluence and plenty abound, who provides in abundance all sorts of things for Nippur Duranki, the devout patron of Ikor, the efficient king who restored Eridu to its place, who purified the cult of Iabzu, the one who strides through the 4 quarters of the world, who makes the name of Babylon great, who rejoices the heart of Marduk, his lord, the one who throughout his lifetime stands responsible for Esagila, the devout, the descendant of the royalty, whom sin begot, the one who made Ur prosper, the pious, the suppliant one, who brought abundance to Egishnugal, the wise king, obedient to Shamash, to mighty Shamash. And then he goes on to say the one who relaid the foundations of Sippur, who decked with green the chapels of Ayah. Just to pick up my own translation that I've done there, and then I'll work my way up to where we are. Notice Mukin Ishde Siparim, the one who relayed or established firmly the foundations of Sippur, Mushalbish Wargim Gigune, the one who clothed of green or with green the ritual temples of Ayah, And we've already talked about the names of these different gods. Mutsir, the one who watches, Bitim Babar, the one who watches the house of Babar. Shah Kishubat Shama'u, which is as the dwelling of heaven. Karadum Gamil Larsa, that is the warrior who spared, or he spared Larsa. Mudish, the one who rebuilt Ibabar, and we've already done the grammatical analysis of all of this. Ana Shamish, for Shamish. His helper, Retsu Shu, Belam Mubalet Urik, the Lord who revived Urik. Shakin Me Nukshim, Ana Nishishu, that is the one who supplies water of abundance for his people. Muli Reish Iana, the one who raised the head of Iana. Mukamir Hitzbeam, the one who piled up riches. Ana Anim, for Anu. Ishtar, and Ishtar. The Tsulul Matim, the shelter of the land. Mupachir Nishi, who gathered or assembled the people. Shapchatim, the scattered people. Shah Isin, of Isin. And then we've been working on, beginning in line 52, we've continued to work our way through this prologue. And let me just read it. Mutachid Nukshim Bitam Egalma, that is, he who causes to flourish, a deep participle, masculine singular, from tachadu, causes to flourish, nukshim, the abundance, bitam, who causes to flourish in abundance, the house of Egalma. And notice we talked about Egalma as the temple of Gula at Ur, the Babylonian goddess of well-being. Ushumgal, Shari Talim, the monarch of kings, the favorite brother of Zababa, and we talked about Zababa, is the Sumerian and Akkadian warrior god, city god of Kish, husband of Iana, and the Sumerian goddess Ishtar. And then, continuing, Mushashid Shubat Mushtashir, the one who founded the dwelling of Kish, and Kish is a Sumerian town near Babylon. Mushtashir Melemi Met Ursag, that is, the one who surrounded with splendor, or of splendor, Emet Ursag, Mush Tetzbi. And let me just go back and go into this now in more detail grammatically. notice we're at line 52. And we completed the one who gathered the assembled, one who gathered or assembled the scattered people, which is of Essene. So I want to go back and work slowly now through line 52. From line 52 and following through part 4, line 6. And so it reads, muta'achid. And then we would normalize that as mutachid, which is a D participle, masculine singular, the one who causes to flourish. The root is tachadu. All the way through here, Hammaurabi is bragging on what he has done. So he causes to flourish, and especially what he's done for the different gods in establishing temples or causing their places of worship to prosper and flourish. So the one who causes to flourish, nukshim bitam. Notice nukshim would be flourish of abundance. From nukshu, it is a genitive singular from nukshu, meaning abundance. So the one who causes to flourish of abundance, following this D participle, mutachid, bitam, the house of Egalma. Notice bitam here is the accusative singular from bitu, meaning house. I think of the Hebrew bayit, a bait, if we were going to put it in construct. So the house, and the Sumerian is E, meaning house or temple. So the one who caused in abundance the house, who caused to flourish in abundance the house of Egalma. And Egalma, as we said, is the temple of Gula at Ur, which is the Babylonian goddess of well-being. And then Ushumgal, the monarch, Ushumgal is the Sumerian was Gal, capital Gal, followed by capital U S or Sheen, and it would be put into Akkadian. Ushumgalum would be the monarch of Shari, of kings. And this is a plural genitive, an oblique plural genitive here, going with Ushumgalum. So the monarch of kings. Talim or Taliim, the favorite brother, again in the genitive, Dinger Zababa, the favorite brother of Zababa. Notice Zababa is the Sumerian and Akkadian warrior god, city god of Kish, and also husband of Inanna, or the Sumerian goddess Ishtar. So again, he continues to describe what he has done. Mu Shar Shi Id becomes Mu Shar Shid in normalization, which would be a Sheen participle, masculine singular from Rashadu. So the one who founded, notice the participle here has a mu prefix followed by a sha infix that indicates that it's a Sheen participle. So the one who founded Shubat, and when we normalize that, it becomes Shubat, which means the dwelling. The one who founded the dwelling of Kish. And we have Uru, meaning city, Sumerian, followed by a sign, I should say, of city. Kish is the city, which was a Sumerian town near Babylon. And then we have a key, which is showing like a place name, um, showing the. I guess we could just say a place name. So the dwelling of Kish. Then we come to line 60. Mu'ush ta'ash chi'ir. I'm understanding this as a sheen t participle, masculine singular, from shacharu. So the one who surrounded with splendor. And line 61 reads, me li emi, of splendor. It's a genitive singular. So the one who surrounded with splendor or radiance. Line 62, e me te ursag, becoming e met ursag. So the one who surrounded the house of Emet Ursag with splendor. Line 63, Mu ushte etzbi, mushtetsbi. The one who put, we could almost say, in like a perfect condition, the one who caused to put. And it's from, actually, it's a shin t in my understanding of it, and we have a mu prefix indicating we're looking at a participle. So the one who put in a perfect condition, pa ar si rabu utim, that is parsi rabutim. The ordinances, plural, the great. We could say the great ordinances. And ordinance is in the genitive plural, and rabutim is your adjective. So the great ordinances of, so the one who put in perfect condition, actually, this seems to me to be like an oblique plural that is either genitive or accusative with the I ending. And here it would be accusative, I believe. So the one who put in perfect condition the great ordinances, line 65, then Shah Dinger Ishtar, or Inanna. The one who put the great ordinances in perfect condition of Ishtar. And notice that D here, Shah, is your relative pronoun, and it functions like a genitive here. And notice Dinger, the D sign, is the sign of a god, and Ishtar is the Akkadian. Inanna. Inanna is the Sumerian. And then line 66, Pa Ki Id Bitim. Pa Ki Bitim. The one who cares for. I'm understanding Pakid here as a G participle, masculine singular, from pakadu, to care for. And then the one who cares of the house or for the house. Notice bitim again from bitu, a genitive singular with the em ending, the one who cares for the house or temple of Hur Sag Kalama. Hursag Kalama is the temple of Inanna in Kish, and she was the consort of Zababa. So the one who cares for the house or temple of Hursag Kalama. Then we come on to line 68. Sapar na kiri. That is the tear, sapar meaning tear, in construct with na kiri, the tear of the enemy. Sapar and nekru means enemy, and here it's in the genitive in construct with sapar. So the tear of the enemy. And then, as we continue, line 69, Sha ra ru shu. Whom, Sha, is the relative pronoun. Era, whom era ru shu, his friend, from ru'um. Era was the god of pestilence and war, often identified as Nirgal. His temple, Meshlam, was in Kutha in southern Babylon. So Hammurabi continues, U sha ak shi du. U shak shi du. And he caused to attain, would be the way I would render that from the root kashadu, to reach or attain. And notice it's a sheen. It has a sha infix. So we're looking at a causative stem here. So I'm understanding it as a sheen subjunctive following sha, third masculine singular from kashadu. So the one who caused to attain or reach, nizmasu, his desire, to reach the desire that he had, I guess I'm understanding, for this temple. Notice here, we're moving into part 4, line 1, as I'm following Borger and the way he has outlined the different lines. So ni is masu is from nizmasu, his desire. And I believe the noun would be nizmatum, desire, and a third masculine singular pronoun suffix added to it in the shu. So niz ma tu, and then you add nizmatshu, and you have then the two s's in normalization. So nizmatsu. And then mu sha te er, the one who makes great or who excels. Here we have another sheen stem, a sheen participle, masculine singular from wataru. So the one who makes great or causes to excel, the city of Urukuta. And the Sumerian is capital Gu, capital Du 8, capital A, and then the key sign, showing we're looking at a place. So the one who caused to excel, Kuta, and then line 4, and we're in the part 4 of Burger. Muraapi-ish. Murapish. Here we have a D participle, masculine singular, from rapashu. So the one who expanded. Notice the doubling of the middle radical, the P here, and the mu prefix is indicative of a D participle, much like in Hebrew where we have the doubling of the middle radical in the PL stem. So the D in Akkadian has the same way that it functions with the doubling of the middle radical. And then mi ima shum shu, that is, mima would be all that, shum shu, shumu means name. So all that its name, and shu is your pronominal suffix, third masculine singular. So we could almost say whatever its name, or everything, every kind of facility, something like that, for Anna Meslam, for Meslam. So that is where I have stopped, and I'll stop there. I hope this helps somebody. I'm enjoying working at it, just plowing through, reviewing the grammar that I learned years ago in Akkadian. And please feel free to correct what I'm doing. If you find I'm making mistakes, I'm just trying to keep it alive and keep my own mind using the Akkadian that I learned years ago. Thank you very much, and we'll try to continue. I finished the epilogue of Hammaurabi, and I finish up to this point in the prologue. So I hope to just keep slowly working through the prologue, looking at the grammar of each word that I come to. And I hope, again, that someone can enjoy this or engage in it to improve in their own knowledge of Akkadian.